I just recorded 15 minutes of footage and it was all out of sync. Hopefully this is in sync so I can edit properly. So let's get past that and on with VEDA Day 3. Yay! So for today's vlog, I wanted to talk about German and the books that I used for learning German. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I started reading a German novel, and today I want to talk about the books that I used to learn German. So start off with the dictionary that I use. I use a very big one, a Collins German Complete and Unabridged German dictionary. It's quite thick. I took the cover off just so that it's easier to use. I also use a little tiny Langscheid Universal German Dictionary. It's very tiny and cute, and it's not heavy at all, so I really like this. A German verb book, 555 fully conjugated verbs, which is really helpful if I need to look up how to conjugate a verb or if I don't want to look in the dictionary. So that's helpful. I had a German grammar drills book that I started to use and kind of fell off on it because I wasn't really digging it, I guess. I have a grammar book. I use Hammer's German Grammar and Usage book. I found this on Amazon and I really like it. It's very concise and complete. Another book that I have been really liking is German Made Simple. This book is immensely helpful. I really like it, the way that the chapters are set up and the way that they organize vocabulary lists and exercises. So I'll show you how they set up the chapters in this book. So to start off the chapter, they have a little conversation where they have the German on one side and the English on the other, I really like that. And so I can read along with the German and cover up the English part. And if I don't know what they're talking about, I can look over to the German side and see what's going on. If I ever get lost, I can translate it easily and be okay. Then next they have a vocabulary list, which is helpful because then you could look at the words before you read, or you could read and then look at the words after if you didn't look at the English. More word lists, and then word lists, and then they have a little thing about grammar. In chapter 7 they had a little grammar thing on plurals and singulars to practice aloud. And they have, in the first beginning chapters, they had pronunciation, which was helpful too, so that you can get used to it. And then after they explain some grammar stuff, they have exercises for you to do relating to that exercise, or relating to that grammar lesson that they just talked about. You can check your answers in the back of the book, which is good too, because you want to know if you're doing it right or not. So that's basically how this book is set up, and I really like it. It's really good. I've been really liking this book. It's been really helpful, and I really like the structure. The last book that I want to talk about is the most recent book that I got, and it's called Conversational German in 20 Lessons. The first, I think, 16 lessons in this book have conversations, and then the last 4 have mostly like all German. It's just it looks more like a paragraph instead of just lines. So I'll show you how this one is set up too. So it starts off with a vocabulary list and more vocabulary. They section it off into nationalities, family, new words for the lesson that you're going to learn or you're going to see in the lesson. And they have a whole conversation in German. They have each sentence numbered, and it's in German. Then they have footnotes too, where you could read along at the bottom, where you get grammar. It does have grammar in the second half of the book, grammar rules and things like that, where they explain it more. So they have the conversation, pronunciation, where they were very similarly to what you would see in a dictionary right next to a word. So this is very helpful, I found. And then the translation. So if you get lost, you can go back and refer to the translation. And then sometimes they'll go on for, like, this. I think this one in particular has about 43 lines, which isn't that long. It's only a couple pages, and the lines are pretty short too. So just to recap on the books that I talked about, that I use, that I would, I guess, recommend if you're learning German. These are just books that I personally like. You might have different needs. Everybody learns different. So the books that I like, the German Made Simple book, I really think a good grammar book is good to have. And then the conversational book I like. So these three, and the dictionary. So I hope you enjoyed this video, seeing the German books that I use to learn German. If you're learning a language, or you have suggestions for more resources like good books or good music to listen to or good movies to see in German, please suggest them. That'd be very exciting to see and to check out. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye! See you tomorrow!